Hello everyone and welcome to CryptoRed, the channel for crypto news. A lot has happened in the past 24 hours. The news and developments around cryptocurrency are really accelerating. Today we're going to talk about Ethereum, Elon Musk, SpaceX. There are significant movements involving Bitcoin and SpaceX. I'll tell you everything. We'll also cover Solana. I'll talk to you about decentralized finance with Ethena. Big news on that front. We'll also discuss companies that continue to massively accumulate cryptocurrencies and many other things. BNB too. We'll zoom in on BNB. The BNB roadmap has been revealed and I'll give you my analysis on it. In short, a lot to cover. Let's start with crypto prices. BTC is at $119,000. Ethereum has a slight dip but remains around $3,700. Solana is over $200. Some positive news around ETH. Tom Lee, the person behind BitMine, the company that is currently accumulating a large amount of ETH, has made a prediction for ETH. According to him, we could see $15,000 for ETH this cycle. I gave you my opinion on the price of ETH yesterday, so feel free to check that out, but what he's saying isn't far-fetched. Next, Ethereum's ETF have just broken a weekly record for new capital's inflows. $2.18 billion with BlackRock ETHA ETF dominating volumes. Investors are buying these ETFs massively, especially as they are expected to become staking-enabled ETF soon. BlackRock has already made a request for that, as have others. Also, some good news. Ethereum gas limit has just been increased to 45 million. It was at 36 million in February and has gradually climbed. No hard fork was needed. Ethereum validators simply indicate that they were ready to move up. The short-term target is 60 million. This means the number of transactions per second on Ethereum is increasing. We are still far from the ultimate goal of 1 gigagas, the developer's dream. We're currently at 45 million, so there's potentially more than 20x scaling opportunity with many other optimizations still to come. So really great technical development around Ethereum. On the regulatory side, Paul Atkins, the new head of the SEC, has stated that in his view, Ethereum is not a security. He said this represents the SEC informal stance. It's not an official statement, but it aligns with what has been said about Bitcoin. He said similar to Bitcoin, the SEC has stated informally that Ether is not a security. This means Ethereum would not fall under the SEC jurisdiction, but under the CFTC, like Bitcoin, which is very good news. The market structure bill, which will clarify all this even more, is also coming soon. Ethereum really stands apart from other cryptocurrencies in this regard. People have told me recently, you'll talk a lot about ETH, but what about Solana? And it's true, Solana is very strong. Its price is at a 5-month high, having reached $200. I really see Solana as the only serious competitor to Ethereum in terms of community development, performance, and user activity. Both in meme coin, decentralized finance, most of DeFi is still on Ethereum, but Solana hosts a significant portion too, with many projects launching innovation there, whether we like them or not. Pump.fun, for instance, was a breakout application on Solana. NFT activity has also shifted partly from Ethereum to Solana. So where is Solana headed? People heavily involved with Solana, including its founder and others like Mertonix, have a vision of turning Solana into the Nasdaq of the future. A decentralized stock market, they are steering Solana more and more toward trading and decentralized finance. So for me, Solana is the most serious competitor to Ethereum. It can do almost everything Ethereum does, but with different trade-offs, especially regarding decentralization and its scaling philosophy. Solana is more centralized with more robust nodes to support higher performance. But the most serious trading-focused competitor to Solana, in my view, is Hyperliquid. They've carved out a niche in leverage trading, perpetual spot market also. Hyperliquid could become closer to realizing Solana's vision of a decentralized Nasdaq. Currently, it's only moderately decentralized. There are just a few nodes running it, far from Solana or Ethereum. But as a trading rival, Hyperliquid stands out. Then there's JP Morgan, which just announced it's exploring offering Lombard loans backed by crypto holdings, a way for its clients to borrow dollars against their crypto assets. This mirrors what DeFi platforms like Aave have been doing, using crypto as a collateral to borrow stablecoins. Aave offers the same thing that JP Morgan is trying to offer, but it's decentralized. It's interesting because Jamie Dimon, JP Morgan CEO, has long been anti-crypto, and yet his firm is increasingly embracing it. Now, let's talk about Ethena. I mentioned it a while ago. It's a project I really like. Now, a news has just dropped. Ethena Foundation is launching a company called Stablecoin X, which will be dedicated to buying Ethena token, the governance token of Ethena. Kind of like a MicroStrategy for buying Ethena. They have $360 million to invest. The company will buy mostly locked Ethena tokens from the Ethereum Foundation, which couldn't otherwise enter the market, and the foundation will receive around $260 million in cash over 6 weeks. Stablecoin X, the new company, will buy, the foundation will buy Ethena on the open market until they hold 8% of the supply. Meanwhile, Stablecoin X hold 11% of all the supply of Ethena, which is locked. Together, they control around 19% of the Ethena supply, effectively locking up a huge part of the supply. This also gives liquidity to holders of locked Ethena, who can now sell this to Stablecoin X, the new company. This is also a way to launch a public company linked to a stablecoin, following the footsteps of Circle in the US, which saw big success after going public. If you really want to deep dive into this, into DeFi, it's really a beautiful thing. There are a lot of opportunities there. I encourage you to learn more about DeFi. MicroStrategy continues to innovate financially to attract capital. They've just launched a new product called STRC, yield generating financial assets. Not exactly a stablecoin, more like a stock aiming to stay near $100 while generating yield. This gives MicroStrategy flexibility to raise capital using BTC as a vehicle to raise money. They're offering around 9% return and using the funds to buy BTC. There's a controversy because during the launch presentation, they showed the pyramid, MicroStrategy stock at $100 billion, the BTC holding at $71 billion, and other products above. Some critic call this a Ponzi scheme, a pyramidal scheme. Personally, I don't see it that way. It's very risky, yes, and highly leverage. It's a highly leveraged bet on BTC, but it's clear what they're doing and why they're doing this. Next, Sequent, a French company, just bought $150 million in Bitcoin. They've raised almost $400 million so far and now hold 2,300 Bitcoins, around $270 million. It's impressive for a company not originally tied to Bitcoin to accumulate as much BTC. However, we must distinguish between serious projects like Sequent, which raise a large amount of money to buy crypto, and other more smaller firms like BitOrigin, which said it was raising $500 million to buy Dogecoin, but so far they have only purchased $10 million worth of Doge. So announcements can be misleading, real purchase matter. Now, let's talk about Elon Musk. He owns BTC, he owns ETH and Dogecoin, and bought Bitcoin via SpaceX and Tesla before most institutions bought Bitcoin. He later sold some, and recently a SpaceX wallet moved $153 million to a new address, the first move since 2022. It was tracked via Arkham, a great tool for whale movements. We saw that SpaceX once held up to $1.6 billion in BTC, but unfortunately they sold a large portion. The wallet of SpaceX hadn't moved in 3 years, and now $150 million have shifted. People are wondering, are they selling? Historically, they transferred to Coinbase. This time, the new wallet isn't tied to Coinbase. It's a fresh wallet with no prior transaction. So it's speculative. They might be selling to take profit or simply changing wallet. Interestingly, Coinbase Prime sent $29 to that wallet, possibly for gas fee. It's unclear. The most probable explanation remains a sell, but on-chain data gives no confirmation at all. BNB Chain just released its roadmap for 2025-2026. They've already improved blockchain performance this year by reducing block time and finality. The BNB token is doing well too. Most importantly, they plan to launch a new BNB chain to overcome the current limits. There are 2 chains today, but they want faster speed, like Nasdaq-level speed, with 20,000 transactions per second. So to do this, they will launch a new blockchain. They want it to be user-friendly and fast. It will involve a new blockchain, they said it. I don't know how they're going to handle the migration, whether it will be a standalone blockchain. I believe it will be a new BNB chain and the old one will migrate to this new chain. Binance already holds most BNB token. I don't believe they will launch a new token for this chain. CZ now focus solely on BNB chain after stepping down from Binance, and he's really heavily promoting BNB. And I believe this new chain is a major development, and I'm eager to see what this new chain delivers in the next few months. And finally, the NFT market cap is climbing back above $6 billion. Well, just bought 45 CryptoPunks, but I don't think the NFT market will return like before. Much of that community has moved to meme coins, which are similar but more liquid. You can join a meme coin community for $1, unlike NFTs, which requires hundreds or thousands of dollars. So yes, the NFT wave may come back, but likely in a different form, possibly with new use cases or speculative elements. Speculation drives people. First ICOs, then NFTs, then meme coins. What's the next speculative frontier? I don't know. But every new casino attracts users and creates innovation, just like Pump.fun recently did. That's everything I wanted to share today about the latest crypto news. I hope you enjoyed the content. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow for more. Bye.